Hi, my name's Luke and I do the personal training here at Club K. So what's it like if you come for personal training? Well, the first thing you're going to do is book for a consultation. And that's so you can come in and we can have a chat and check that we're the right fit for each other and I can help you and give you what you need. We also want to find out what you want. What are you going to train to do? Are you training to cycle to Paris? Are you looking to get better at something, drop a bit of weight, maybe get ready for a wedding? Everyone's got their own reason for coming. And then we'll work together to decide what is the best fit for you and how we want to get there. Because there'll be things that you don't like to do and some things that you love doing. And we want to try and create a plan together that does things that you enjoy doing as well as the things that you need to do. So ideally what I'd like is that you come to me and you go, I love doing this, this and this, and they're all the things that you need to do to get you the result that you want. It doesn't always happen that way. There's usually some things that I go, this would be a really good idea to do, but you might not necessarily like it. But as long as you've got the information to know where you're going, then that's going to help you. So we have that consultation. We talk through your worries and see how we can address those. We talk through your aims and your goals, and we look at what we can do to get you to your goals. We look at what you enjoy doing, what you don't like doing, so hopefully we can make it a enjoyable process with the training. And then we're looking at times that can work for you. Now, that's something that can become an issue for some people. You don't have to have a set day and a set time to do your training. So quite a lot of my clients are on shift work. So certainly the doctors that I train are all on shift work and we just have to fit it around. So that's okay. On the other hand, you might have a time in a day that works for you and that's okay as well. So we don't have to worry about either one of those. We can work with those things. Now, what I do have here, which is quite nice, is we've got my own room to train you in where it's just you and me. Now, my clients say that this is a great thing for them because they can make mistakes and I'm the only one here to laugh at you. And I promise I will laugh at you or with you. But when you're learning to do things like, I've got a lady that I've been training that wanted to learn to do weights. And if you've never done weights before, this is a great environment to learn how to do weights. Because you can make a mistake and no one's going to be around to see it other than me. And my job is to help you fix that mistake so you can get it right. So depending on what you want to do, we've got lots of equipment here. So as you can see, I've got a punch bag that can go on the wall. Just next to that, we've got power bags. We've got water balls. I've got this whole shelf of equipment. See, I've just, hello, it's come this way. Like that. And so loads of equipment over here. And then if we keep coming around over at this end of the studio, so we've got an air bike, some people's favorite, some people's not, a normal bike. This is a reformer over here. There's a running machine. We've got up here is a rowing machine, the best rowing machine in the world, apparently, according to my friend who ranks fourth in the world for indoor rowing. And then we've got a rig here which does it's a combined Smith machine. It's got a cable machine on it. So we've got loads of stuff we can do, loads of different size weights. I've also got another reformer over here. We've also got a ski erg, which is absolutely awesome. Sorry, I cut my head off there on that. So we've got lots of different equipment. So if you want to train to get fitter, look after yourself, change your body shape, then that's the sort of thing that we can do. So the people that I've helped in the past year when it comes to personal training, I did help someone train to cycle to Paris for charity, although cycling's not my greatest forte. We were able to get his legs strong so that he didn't feel tired while we were doing it. I am a spin qualified instructor, so we were able to get body position working really well. He had to do the actual cycle training himself out on the road because that's the best thing you're going to do because you're going to be cycling on the road. I've got other clients that are here for weight loss. I've got clients that are here to improve their strength overall for less back pain, working in offices that are bent over all the time. You had a really good success story with someone who came to me that wanted to get a bit fitter, wanted to increase the strength around the back so that they had less back pain. And then last year, somebody in their family wasn't doing so well. And they said it was great. I had the strength to be able to help them and support them physically when they needed it. I've got another client that I train who, again, wanted to improve back pain and get fitter. And they're also looking after elderly grandparents, which allows them to be able to work with them quite safely and feel confident because they've got the strength to do that. So if you're someone who is looking to maybe just learn how to use weights and do it in a safe and effective way for you, this is a good place to be. I had someone come last year that wanted to learn how to do weights safely and effectively. We did a 6-week course learning how to use it. And then I wrote them a program which they've taken to their local gym, and they do that. And then if they want to, they can pop back and just check their technique every now and then to make sure it's great for them. If you just want to learn to use weights, this is a great place to do it. No one here else can see you while you're training. If you're looking at a bit of weight loss or a specific goal. In saying that, what I'm not great at is if you want to build super huge muscles, you want to look like Arnie, I haven't got the weights here for that. Like, I can start you on that journey and then I can point you in another direction. If you're a marathon runner or someone who does loads of running, the furthest I've run is 7.5k. I'm good when it comes to sports therapy and massage, helping you through. I've helped lots of people through marathons, taping them up and things like that. But I'm not a massive runner myself, but I do know some good runners or other instructors that I could point you in the direction of. And that's one of the great things about the consultation is we need to find out whether I'm a good fit and my knowledge will work well for you. So generally, if I don't think that I'm the person for you, I'll go, I know this awesome personal trainer, and if you go and see them, they can give you everything that you need. So I'm not afraid to pass you on to someone who's got better expertise than I've got. So things like marathon running, I'm not going to be your greatest person. I do a bit of running, but it's not my favorite. If you want to get better for paddleboarding and things like that, awesome. I do that myself. Snowboarding, I can ski, all of those kind of sports I'm pretty good at. I've worked with some people for equestrian events. We have quite a lot of equestrian people that come here, and I'm happy to do some work on that. The important stuff is I'm not great on running, but I can point you in the right direction. If you want huge muscles, I'm not that person. If you just want to get stronger and fitter and look after yourself for the long term, then that's the sort of thing that I can do. If you're worried about particular medical conditions, then I'm very qualified in that sort of stuff for GP referral, cardiac rehab. But I'm going to talk about that in a separate one on the clinical side. So the clinical kind of training that I do. So if you want some personal training, we offer it in many ways. I can do it either in single sessions, and then I do offer block sessions, which will get cheaper per session the more you book. And most of my clients actually do that. They book a big block of either 4 or 10 sessions, and then they renew that as they come through. But the best thing that you can do if you're thinking about personal training is have a little look around. What you want to find from your personal trainer is someone who's got a minimum of a level 3 personal training qualification. And that will mean that they've got the understanding of anatomy and physiology. With a level 3 PT diploma, they will also have advanced cardiovascular training and advanced resistance training, which is your weight. So cardiovascular is anything that gets your heart rate going. Resistance training is weights. That does include things like the Pilates reformer and resistance bands and water things as well that add weight to your training. A level 3 Pilates diploma, personal training diploma will also cover some nutrition. We can't give you diet specifically, but we can advise on diet. So a dietitian can give you a diet plan. A personal trainer can only advise on changes. So we can't tell you must eat this, 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 and this. We can look at your food diary and go, we think this would be better chances of helping you to get where you need to go. We can look at your macro and micronutrients and add it all up. It's not my favorite thing to do. I'd rather you saw a dietitian about it, because a dietitian is someone who does it very well. But what I have done is work with clients where we've looked at their food diary and gone, great, like you're doing really well, but if we change this to this, it will help better. And where I've done training for diabetes and obesity and metabolic syndrome, that's had the same, give me even more knowledge, kind of go, this is how we make you feel fuller for longer. This is going to make you feel hungry quickly. If we change that to this, then you might feel fuller for longer. So we can do that. If you're looking for a complete dietary lookout, I would always say go for a professional of a dietitian for that sort of side. But I can look at diet, and I am doing it at the moment for a couple of my clients, especially those that have tried GLP-1, your Ozempic and your Mounjaro. As with any medication, I've got some clients that are allergic to it. So as much as they seem like they're the amazing thing, these guys have had allergic reactions to them that haven't helped them. So we've had to go back to the basics and look at foods and do it a different way with the training plan. With talking to GLP-1s, with Ozempic and Mounjaro and any of those kind of drugs, the way I look at them is I was taught about them a little bit with my diabetes and obesity and metabolic syndrome, because that's what they're really used for, is diabetes and obesity training. So if you are on something like that, I'm not a personal trainer that goes, oh my gosh, really, could you do this? My job, because I've done clinical training with GP referral, my job is to look at which one you are on, what the side effects are to that, and how the side effects affect your training. So it's looking at how I would, the same as I would with someone who's got a cardiac condition, I would go, there are certain drugs that affect heart rate, so I can't use heart rate to monitor you. It's the same with any other drug. So I treat any of those drugs the same as I would for anybody else that's got a cardiac condition, a pulmonary condition, a neurological condition. I have training for diabetes and obesity, and we look at it the same way and go, how does this affect your training regime and what do we need to do? So if you're on those things, I'm not someone that goes, and one of my clients was like, you're going to tell me off. And I was like, I'm not. Medication is medication as long as you're doing it correctly and you're under supervision for medication. My job is to make sure that the training that we do is not impacted by that medication. And if it is, then how do we adjust the training so that you get the most out of it alongside your medication? Same as if you were someone who is asthmatic, we want to make sure that we're using the right medication so you can get the most out of it. We get the correct warm up that comes in so that actually you're not having an asthma attack. You're then actually working quite well. So same with all drugs that you're taking, as long as we know what you're on and we can understand how they affect your training, then that comes into play. But if you are looking at something that is very clinical, that is your cardiac rehab, pulmonary rehab, neurological training, I'm going to do another video on that, and that comes under my clinical or my rehab kind of training. So that's got a different side to it, and I'll talk about that in another video. So if you're thinking of it, just book yourself a consultation session, come and talk to me, and we can talk about fears and make sure that you're on the right path and we can do what you're doing. And if I'm not the trainer for you, then I'll point you in the direction of somebody locally who is a good trainer for you, that does know what you want and can help you get to the goal that you want to get to.